having trouble doing a few things at once.
Okay, so we'll be looking at finding our way onto our back somewhere. And that might be on a couch or on a bed. It might be somewhere on the floor. And wherever you end up, I invite you to bring something underneath your knees, whether that's a pillow or a rolled up blanket, and have another blanket or something comfortable to rest on the body or nearby the body, somewhere that you feel supported. Taking a few moments now to settle into whatever place your body would like to feel supported in. I'm going to be staying seated, but you find a place where you feel supported. And so if that's staying seated tonight, let yourself do that. And if at any point, if you are seated, you want to lay down again, or if you're laying down and you want to be seated, just know that these options are available for you. So letting your body let you know where it wants to be and where it feels like it can stay most steady and supported for this practice this evening. So taking a moment to settle in, noticing the support underneath the body. Maybe for the first time today, taking a pause. A moment to check in and start this practice of deep listening. Just noticing how you're doing tonight. How's the body? What kind of sensations are here? How's your breath? Not trying to change anything or fix anything, just noticing after the day that you've had, how's the body and the breath responding? What kind of messages does it have for you? Noticing if there are any emotions or thoughts that are rising to the surface right now, letting them be just as they are. Noticing your thought traffic. Is it really busy? Is it in the future, in the past? Just getting curious. What kind of thoughts are here and how busy is it? Letting everything be just as it is. Just starting this deep listening, this curiosity, this openness to your experience right now. Letting yourself be just as you are. And then inviting in a satisfying breath. So as you inhale, draw in a breath that feels really full and nourishing, expanding all the way to the edges of your skin, and a satisfying exhale on the way out. Maybe it's loud, you just sigh it out if that feels good. And take 2 more rounds of breath like that. Take an inhale that feels nourishing, expansive, fills you all the way up. And exhale, sigh it out. 1 more round of breath. Let this breath feel so good in your body. Exactly what you need after the day that you've had. And after that exhale, let the breath start to come in a way that feels really good. So you decide how you want to breathe now, letting it support you, feel nourishing, letting it help support you after whatever day you've had today. We're going to start a practice called abdominal breathing. So this is focusing on the diaphragm in your belly. If you're not quite sure where that is, that's a thin piece of muscle that separates your respiratory system in the upper torso from your organs and your abdominal muscles in the lower torso. So imagining this thin muscle that's resting right below the lungs and right on top of all the abdominal organs. And letting your attention come and rest in that place. You might even bring your hand here. So right at the base of the rib cage, right below the sternum, right above, let your hand rest on this place. And on your next inhale, breathe into the diaphragm, breathe into the place where your hand is, feeling your hand rise up, and then gently soften back towards the spine. And continuing to breathe in a way that feels really good in the body and focusing on the breath coming in and out of your diaphragm, the middle part of your torso, right below the rib cage. And breathing in there, maybe the rest of the belly starts to fill up with air as you inhale and exhale. We're not trying to have any effort in the muscles, so we're not straining in the belly, we're not pushing or forcing anything, but just notice how when you bring your inhale into the belly, how it naturally expands out like a balloon. And all you have to do is just relax and everything softens back towards the spine. You don't have to push anything or force anything. The mind starts to get distracted, gently bringing it back to the sensation in the belly. Bringing the breath deep inside the stomach, deep inside the core of the body. Feeling sensation in the lower belly, the lower back as you inhale and exhale. Feeling sensation in the obliques on the sides of the lower torso as you inhale and exhale. And noticing the texture of the breath as it flows in and out of the throat on its way down to the belly. And starting to follow the path of the air into the nostrils, the throat, down through the torso, feeling the belly expand. And reversing that as you exhale, the flow of the breath as it moves up through the torso, the walls of the throat, and the nostrils. Following the flow of the breath in and out of the body, allowing the belly to expand on the inhale. Soften on the exhale. And then letting your hand rest by the side. You can rest next to the body or maybe somewhere else on the body that feels supportive. We're going to start to breathe into the rib cage. So you might bring your hands to your rib cage or let them continue to rest beside the body. Whatever feels most supportive for you. The hands come and rest on the rib cage. Start to bring your attention to the ribs themselves, the front of the rib cage. So on your next inhale, breathe into the sides of the rib cage as you inhale, feeling the rib cage expand outward to the side. And as you exhale, feel the rib cage gently soften towards the center. Inhale, ribs stretching apart. Feel the muscles between each of the ribs stretching and reaching away from each other and softening back towards each other again. Inhale, feel the back of the rib cage as the ribs gently stretch and release and soften on the exhale. Several more rounds of breath like this. Feeling the sphere of the rib cage around the mid-torso, how it stretches outward and expands like an accordion, and then gently softens back together. And this gentle stretching and expansion, not forcing anything, not straining, just watching the body gently move air in and out. And after your next exhale, soften, release. And the hands can rest by the body, or maybe they come and rest on your chest. Your fingers gently releasing up towards your neck so that the fingertips can rest on the collarbone. We're not trying to grab anything or have any pressure in our hands. They're just gently resting on the chest in a way that feels supportive. On your next inhale, breathe into the collarbone. Breathe into the fingers if they're resting on the chest. And exhale, letting the chest soften. Inhale, breathing into the collarbone, into the shoulders, and into the base of the neck. And exhale, softening. We're not straining, we're not forcing anything, just noticing as you draw the breath up into the collarbone. Notice the gentle sensation you might feel in the muscles of the shoulder, the neck, the chest. Letting the sensation guide you back to your body whenever the mind gets busy and wanders away. The end of the next exhale, releasing. And the hands again can rest beside your body, or maybe one hand finds its way near your heart and the other hand somewhere on the torso that feels comforting. We're going to put all three of those parts together now. So we're going to breathe into the belly, the ribs, the collarbone. And softening the collarbone, the ribs, and the belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. A few more rounds. Noticing the sensation of the breath. Imagine it being a wave in the ocean. Letting the breath feel connected as it draws in and up the torso. And gently the wave softens back down into the sea. Imagining the wave in the back of the torso, sensation in the back of the torso as you inhale and exhale. Sensation in the sides of the torso this time, like a wave, smooth, swelling, rising, and softening. And then the entire torso all at once, front, back, sides, gently spreading apart and softening together. All one smooth, steady flow of breath in and out, one after the other. Imagining the flow of the breath in through the nostrils, the walls of the throat, coming into the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then reversing that breath. Maybe you visualize a color for this breath, whatever color comes to mind, if that feels supportive. Gently drawing this breath in and out, whatever color you would like it to be. Imagine this light coming into the body, filling the torso, and then gently leaving the body on the exhale. Inhale, imagine this light, this color coming into the torso, and then spreading out to the arms. And softening on the exhale. Inhale, light coming into the torso, the hips, the legs. Softening. Next, inhale into the torso, light moving through the legs, the arms, the hands, the feet. Releasing. Inhale into the head, arms, feet, legs, hands, all the way to the edges of the skin. And softening back together again. Inhale, this light moving to the edges of the skin and then beyond, the space around the body. And softening back to the center. Inhale to the edges, beyond, and then filling up the room that you're in. And softening back to the center. Inhale beyond the body to the edges of the room, into the building that you're in. And softening. Inhale, filling the room, the building, and then the neighborhood that you're in. And softening back. Inhale into the neighborhood and the city that you're in. And softening. Inhale into the city and the state that you're in. And softening on the exhale. Inhale into the state, the country that you're in. Softening. Inhale into the country and then out into the rest of the world. Filling all the way up to the edges. And softening. Several more rounds of breath like this, expanding out as far as you can. Letting each breath remind you of the connection that you have with your community, with the world around you. Every cell radiantly alive with energy and connection. Your life, your presence offering value in this beautiful world. A few more rounds of breath. Let them be supportive, nourishing, full. And then letting the exercise gently fall away, coming back to the natural flow of the breath in the body. And the body breathing itself. Your attention slowly returning back to the room that you're resting in. Coming back to your body. The sound of the breath. The temperature of the breath. The texture. The sweet taste of the breath as it moves in and out. Nothing you have to do, nothing you have to fix. Letting yourself be just as you are. Noticing any sensations of comfort and ease in the body. As you're lying here right now, the sense of being, nothing to do, the sense of being and comfort and ease and well-being in the body. just as you are, noticing this felt sensation of well-being. Where and how do you feel this comfort, this ease, this spaciousness, open, timeless, this felt sense of well-being in the body? Allowing this inner resource of well-being, of resilience, of strength, to remind you that in this moment you are whole, healthy, complete, enough. That just by being, your presence and your value are a light in the world. Letting this inner resource be a guide for you, a reminder. Anytime that life may get a bit overwhelming or stressful, coming back to this felt sensation of well-being and comfort. Bringing your attention to the space around the heart. And seeing if there's any kind of heartfelt longing or heartfelt desire that comes to the surface. Something that you're longing for more than anything else in this lifetime. And then affirming this heartfelt longing is true in this moment. Felt sense of this heartfelt longing as true. Seeing if any kind of intention starts to arise. Something you'd like to carry out into the rest of your evening or the rest of the week with you. Maybe to support your heartfelt longing or to support you in some other way in your life. And taking a moment now to feel gratitude in the body. Bringing to mind something for which you're deeply grateful, and notice the felt sensation of gratitude. Where and how you feel this gratitude in the body. Inviting moments of gratitude throughout your day and your week, whenever you remember to come back to it. Letting your attention return now to your breath, starting to gently deepen the breath. Breathe in a way that feels really good in the body. Offering yourself this gift of breath that feels nourishing and full and satisfying, whatever that is. And then gently starting to bring movement to the ends of the limbs. Slow, supportive movement as you start to reawaken the body. Maybe gently rocking the head left and right if that feels good. Massaging the back of the head, releasing the neck. Get curious what kind of movement your body's craving right now after resting for a bit. What kind of movement would feel really good in the body? And start to invite that movement into your body as you continue to reawaken. Moving in a way that feels supportive, nourishing, feels so good. When you're ready, rolling over onto your favorite side. There's no rush to get there. Maybe your lower arm offers a pillow underneath the head, or maybe you have a blanket nearby or an actual pillow that you'd like to bring underneath your ear. And taking a moment to rest. One last moment of stillness before moving on with the rest of your night. Moment to thank yourself for showing up, for practicing this evening, for offering yourself this gift of awareness, attention, breath, connection, self-care. Whenever you're ready to rise, pressing into your top hand, slowly finding your way up to a comfortable seat. There's no rush to get there. Supporting yourself along the way through the transition. When you arrive, finding a comfortable seat, maybe something underneath the hips, or sitting in any way you feel supported, and welcoming in any good morning movements or stretches that feel really good, whatever that might be for you. And then we'll take a big sweep up towards the ceiling with our arms, lengthening the torso, the spine. Let the palms and the fingers gently soften down to your heart in a gesture of gratitude. Let your gaze soften on your fingertips. Maybe it feels better to close the eyes again. A gentle smile on the lips to soften the face. Another moment of gratitude here, thanking your body for how resilient and strong and wonderful it is. Everything it does to support you each and every day. We'll all close together with one last satisfying breath. Inhale, whatever you want this to be. Exhale, let it all go. Thank you all for your presence in class tonight. I'm so grateful you came and shared this time together and with me. May you be well and have a wonderful rest of your week. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if there's anything I can do to support you. Yeah, have a good night. Bye. Bye, Enrique.